Hey guys, I'm back with another layout. Again, I want to apologize for this lighting. It's Good Friday, I think it's called in English, and it's raining like crazy, and the lighting is just terrible. So I'm using my desk lamp sort of thing here, which is really bright, but it's still a bit weird. So this time I want to use up the Prism collection, my basic gray, because I have this letter sheet, which obviously I'm not going to use that up. But I want to try and use a bunch of these stickers and mostly some papers that I don't have too many left. So I'm hoping to get some used up. And just to make this a bit more fresh and new and there are some creams in here. I might bring in some black and white papers with like a crisp white, and we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to try and use a bunch of this and also with some mixed media to make it more of a fresher look. So let's get started. So I'm starting by trimming down this A3 paper into a 12 by 12 size. And then I'm going to play around with my papers. So I have these grid, these squares, which are mostly cut out from the sort of title page of the collection kit that I was planning to use in another layout, but it didn't turn out. And I thought I would just use these to make a grid layout today. So I'm just playing around with how I like these pieces to look and placing them on the page and going back and forth doing things. And then I'm cutting some from the 12 by 12 papers because at some of them I wanted them to be a larger scale, and then some were smaller, and then also I wanted different sizes. So then, as I said, I was going to do some mixed media just to make the layout look a bit more fresh and interesting. So I'm using a palette knife to add some gesso to my page. And I use white gesso just because that's the only one I can find where I live. So then I'm pulling out my watercolor set, and I'm going to use a packaging technique. So I'm using some pink here first. Actually, I'm not going to use a packaging technique. I am going to take the paint and use my palette knife to spread it around. So you get the sort of watercolor strip feel that you might see on some pattern papers. So I started with pink, and then I'm going to do some yellow. And I'm trying not to put too much water so the pigment will stay and it will be easier to swish around on the page. Because if I did put a lot of water, it would be quite easier maybe to put it on the page, but the color will be much lighter, and that's not what I wanted. So here I'm mixing a blue with a light blue, and I get it a bit all over the place. So what did I say? I'm mixing white with blue to make a white blue. I'm mixing blue with white to make a lighter shade of blue. I'm sorry, my brain isn't working today. So, and then I'm gonna add some green. And I know that looks like a hot mess right now, but most of it is gonna be covered, and you're just gonna see specks of color peeking through those squares. So now I'm placing down these squares again, and I'm trying to remember. I thought I would remember where I placed everything, but I don't, so I'm just redoing everything. It's about the same, I think, but there might be a couple of changes. So I'm choosing photos now, so I am going to decide on the one with the brown, because my sister there is wearing pink, and I thought that the brown matched really well. I don't know why, but just it made the picture stand out a bit more. So I'm still trying to get these squares how I had them first time around. So now I'm using my ATG to glue everything down. And I'm not adding too much adhesive because I might want to tuck something in behind later on. And I'm sorry, the bottom is a bit out of frame, but I don't think I did anything to it. Okay, So now I'm gonna mat my photo on some pink tissue paper, but I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, so I tried out both, but I'm gonna end up with the tissue paper here, the pink one, and this is from IKEA. And it's meant to go on presents like a gift wrap, but of course I'm not using it for that. And now I'm going through this Marquee Love Heidi Swap 8x8 paper pad to see if I can find like a nice bold black and white, or just something that's a bit more fresh. So I settle on that gray piece of paper that I don't think is gonna stay there. Yes, that paper is going to move. But I'm also matting my photo on that triangular paper because it adds some nice pops of color. So that gray paper, I'm gonna continue the grid and put that piece of gray to the side. And that's gonna also hold some embellishments. So I'm going to glue everything down with my ATG. Well, not everything, the strip of paper there, but yes. So I also had this piece from a previous layout that I had fussy cut out, so I thought it would look nice on the page right at the side there. And I'm still thinking about that gray paper. I haven't yet decided, but I'm thinking I might want to add another strip of this to the side. So I'm cutting another one, but that's not going to go anywhere. I think I even rip it at some point and I throw it out. See, it's just too flimsy and I don't really like it, so off it goes. And I still haven't decided where that gray paper is gonna go, but I decided right now apparently. So it's gonna go, as I said, like a grid next to the photo where there's gonna be some embellishments on there. So I'm still gluing things down with my ATG. I love my ATG. I have decided I love that. I love it, even though it gave me some trouble. I have since refilled it again and it seems to work. I just refilled it incorrectly the first time around, which is why it wasn't working and it was giving me some trouble. So now I'm going through I got my chipboard sets and the sticker sheet because I want something large to go onto that gray piece there. And I really like those flowers there. So there's that piece that says take a leap of faith, but I'm not sure I like the black with the brown in the photo. So I'm just thinking about it. And then there's that other piece I am in love with today at the bottom there. None of those are going to end up on the page. So then I found this piece here that says the sweetest thing. And I really like that, but I find that it conflicts too much with the flowers, and my goal is to use the basic gray sticker sheet, so I'm prioritizing the flowers at this point. But then I'm just like, I don't know, I was just really hesitant. But the flowers are not going to stay there. I am going to move them. And so see, I'm still trying to decide which chipboard piece I want to use. And then I also found this chipboard piece, but I just didn't like it there. And that's when I decided that the flowers are not going to work over on that side, so they have to move. So I have all those 3 pieces of chipboard up there while I decide what I want to do with them. And then this is another chipboard piece from the desktop from Becky Higgins, the chipboard set. And I don't want to glue anything down because some of this chipboard it has really strong adhesive, and if I glue it down I won't be able to pull it up. So that's why I'm turning them over. Yeah, so it was really a struggle. So then there's that heart piece there that I thought might work, but again it's black and it's clashing too much with the brown. So I really want to use that green piece, as I said, but it's really giving me a hard time about where to put it without getting rid of the flowers. But I am going to end up using it at the very end. So right now, all you see me doing is struggling about what I want to put on my page and being very indecisive. So, see, I keep going back and forth. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and then I thought that diamond piece would look nice because it had some of that blue, and I put it right there next to the photo, and I like how that looks. And it's going to stay there for a bit, but then it's going to leave. So more chipboard pieces. So there's one that says C'est la vie that I'm thinking about putting at the top there. But again, it's not really working. And that beauty piece I thought about layering right there. And then I'm going back to that green piece from the desktop chipboard. And then I thought, what if I take these flowers and put them somewhere else? I put one at the top, which just looks not good, and one at the bottom, but I just don't like that, so I bought both at the bottom. But I still don't really like that, which is why I haven't yet decided which chipboard piece I want to use. So this is what happens when I'm very indecisive. I tend to be indecisive a lot of times, but not so much usually. So keep going back and forth, and then finally my flowers find a home, and I place the diamond with that chipboard piece at the top, and the diamond is gonna stay there, but the chipboard I found was just too heavy for the top, so it is going to go. So I'm still going back and forth between those two chipboard pieces. Even though if I've moved the flowers, I don't know why I was doing that. So I was pretty indecisive, so I thought maybe there's something else that would go there. So I'm going through my embellishment basket, and I'm just pulling out a couple of things. So I'll mention them when I actually use them. So these are the Tim Holtz Chit Chat alphas, and I'm just, not alphas, word stickers. So I'm just taking the word forever and putting it up at the top where the diamond is, because it was a bit lonely up there. And then I'm taking this pink label from the IKEA sticker book that I got from IKEA. Yeah, that was implied. So yeah, that was just stupid of me to say IKEA twice. But anyway, and then I'm going back to the sticker sheet to see if there's anything else I want to add from that. And I thought that square would work, but it didn't. And then that black and white piece, but that didn't either. And I'm still going back and forth on those two pink pieces, the one that says beauty and the circle element. But I'm not going to use any of them, so I'm just sticking them back. I finally decide, so I'm just sticking them back onto their sticker sheet. And then here I'm just having another look at that book from IKEA to see if there's anything else that I want to incorporate onto the layout. And then this is a die cut from the Dear Lizzie Serendipity collection, and I thought the blue matched really nicely, and I've been hoarding that die cut set a bit too much, and I really want to get it used, so I just decided to stick that right there. And I'm just being really fussy, so I'm trying a bunch of options, but the Hello Darling is gonna stay there in the end. Not right there, over to the side, right there. Okay. Now I have seen, I went to get some thickers to do my title, because when in doubt, do your title. But they weren't really working, because again, the black clashed too much with the brown, so I love these stickers. These are foam black stickers, and they're called Wonder, and they're from American Crafts. But they just weren't working. And then I thought maybe I could use the white, but that was just getting lost. I don't know. I just didn't really like the thickers, so I just decided that the title will be The Sweetest Thing. It could as easily been Hello Darling, but I don't know why I chose the first option. So I'm still experimenting with those stickers, but they're just not working for me. So back they go onto their sheet. And I'm finally deciding, nope, wait a minute. Now I'm finally deciding to glue these embellishments down. So I'm starting with the die cut piece, and the other stuff is stickers, so yeah. And I'm using this pen from the Outwall collection, and I love this pen. It's just a gel pen, but I don't know why. I just love it so much. And I got only 3 of them, so. And I'm just going to write out my journaling. But for some reason, it wasn't writing really well on the, well, not for some reason. It's a slick surface, the sticker, so it wasn't writing. So I just went and got my Staedtler pigment liner in the 0.1 tip, and I'm just doing my journaling with that. And I'm sorry for my head there, I just couldn't really see what I was writing. And that, I think, about completes the page. I'm gonna add some enamel dots, I believe, and these dots. So these are the dots that are supposed to be either periods or dot the i's or whatever, or yeah. And from the sticker sheet, from the stickers, those are the Rockabye stickers. I just thought they would look nice to sprinkle around on the page. And then I'm taking these enamel dots, and these are from Alison Craft #happy. And I don't know how old those are, but they're Webster's pages. So I'm gonna add that little pink triangle where the diamond is, and I'm gonna add a blue one where the flowers is, and that about completes my page. So here are some pictures. So if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you would like to get notifications from when I have new videos, hit subscribe, or you could hit the little bell to get emails when I post videos. I think that's how that works. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.